Bitch, I'm nasty. 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 Yeah, bitch, I'm nasty.
Yo, what's up, you guys? Welcome to another Run That Back recap. Tonight we are going to see Rico Nasty, up-and-coming rapper, 21-year-old rapper out of Maryland. She is really on the rise. She just signed with Atlantic Records last month. She's kind of on tour. I'm not really too sure what tour she's on, but I'll look into that later. She's got a really badass demeanor. If you watch her Genius interview, you can kind of just get a sense of the type of person she is. She already has 6 mixtapes too, so she's definitely making some noise. Even Rolling Stone named her Sugar Trap 2 mixtape as one of the best rap albums, best 40 rap albums of 2017. It's weird because it's mixtape, but yeah, we're gonna go see that tonight. But I'm gonna switch up the intro of this video a little bit. I'm gonna kind of walk you guys through the process of how I get into these shows and how I make those connections, and also just how I kind of prepare for the night. So you don't want to ever go into a concert blind without knowing anything about the artist you're covering, especially if you're like if you happen to score an interview with them. There's nothing worse than knowing nothing about them. Sometimes it's really offensive to the artist. But anyways, let's get right into it. I'm going to show you guys how I prepare and how I get into shows. Alright, so first things first, here's the upkast.media Instagram that we got started. Yeah, I'll be posting here pretty frequently when I go to shows. As you can see, here's the story. It's kind of hard to do this and photography at the same time, but let's get into it. Real disclaimer, this isn't the only way to get into a show. This is just if you've exhausted all options, you've looked at the artist's website, this is just one place to start. But people think you make connections, but hey, a Google search is where you're gonna go. So you're gonna start by typing the artist name, using Hayley Kiyoko because we got into that before. And you just put in press contact. You can do media contact. You do press inquiries. Yeah, press inquiries, media inquiries. You can even put booking management, whatever, whatever floats your boat. And I mean, the reason why I'm using Hayley Kiyoko is because we found it really easy last time. Okay, so really easy. Atlantic Records, super helpful. They always put their contacts out there. So most of the time you're gonna have to dig. It's not gonna be this easy, but I use this example just for time's sake. Okay, so when you get to the page, you're gonna want to look around. Make sure you don't see any envelope icons there. Nope, you're good. But yeah, so this is basically the method you'd use if you've exhausted all other options and you have nowhere else to look and you've never reached out to them. So yeah, I highlighted press releases because usually at the bottom of the press releases they have a media contact. So press releases, oops, sorry about that. Oh, well, let's just check if this one, see, this one doesn't. Usually at the bottom of press releases they'll have like a media contact or something. Or the press kit as well, but hers isn't working here. Okay, there you go. There you have it. Real easy. You got the number and the email for both. I would hit up both just in case. I'd email first, and if it gets closer to the date, then I would call. Look at that picture of Hayley Kiyoko. I don't know what's going on there. Shout out to that guy. Alright, so now I'm going to show you guys the template here. You can just kind of read in the email. This is how I learned how to email people. You kind of say hello, whatever their name is, and yeah, just simple greeting. Tell them what you want, so ask for press or photo credentials. Then you tell them what you're going to write for or where you're going to publish the work, and then if you have portfolio, this is where you put it. And then always say thank you at the end and appreciate the time and consideration. Always be polite. Alright, one more thing I wanted to show you, just in case you guys were wondering. So let's go to Amine, the rapper, his website. His website's really cool, so I want to show you guys. Sometimes it's the contact information is really hidden. You just gotta find it. So look, Amine has it there. Easy stuff. Yeah, you weren't supposed to see that. Alright. And one more thing I wanted to show you is just how to find Golden Voice's press contact. They'll probably kill me for this and never let me into an event again, but it's literally under frequently asked questions. And it's, where is it? No. There it is. Okay, so yep, there it is. Press at Golden Voice, really easy. And that's how you find it. But yeah, once you've got the access into the show set, you're gonna want to look up the venue and you're gonna want to look up the artist. So actually, before you do all that and you get access, ask the person who got you in for a point of contact, because more likely than not, they will give you the manager's information, and from there you might be able to score an interview with whoever you're covering. But yeah, it doesn't hurt to try. But yeah, from there, you're gonna want to look up the venue and look up the artist. Do a lot of research on both. The venue, just because if you're shooting photography or videography, you're gonna want to know what kind of equipment you're gonna want to have. Some venues are super dark, some venues have photo pits, some don't. And also, just in case you do meet the rapper or the artist, excuse me, you're gonna want to know a lot about them. I think artists really hate it if you're talking to them and you have no idea about them. I mean, you don't have to know like their life story, but just like the gist of it. Like, for example, tonight I looked up Rico Nasty has 6 mixtapes. She just signed with Atlantic Records. She's 21. Things like that, like the really easy shit that you can find on Wikipedia. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this really quick tutorial intro. I'm gonna go get a workout in, get ready, drive to LA, and see you guys there. Alright, so here's the deal. I'm about 15 minutes late already. Rico Nasty is supposed to be on at 9:30 and it's about 8:45 right now. For those of you that are in the SoCal area, it's at the Echoplex, which is home to 143. So kind of a dark venue, it's kind of small, lighting's not really good. I'm not sure if they got a photo pit either, but it should be a good show because I think like the smaller shows are always more intimate with everybody that's there. And Rico Nasty does have talent. There's a reason why she's signed to Atlantic. But yeah, we'll see what happens when we get in there. I apologize if the video is like really grainy. I'm vlogging with my iPhone and then I'm saving for the footage inside on my real camera. Josh isn't here today, he's really busy, so I'm pretty much by myself. But yeah, hopefully it'll still come out good and we'll see you inside. Oh yeah, another thing I forgot to mention is that I will be covering this event. As far as article wise, it's gonna be for Blantique, but I'll be vlogging this for Run It Back episode, Run That Back, whatever. We don't have the website up and running yet, so hopefully we'll get that up and running. We'll start doing articles on our page. But for now, just writing for Blantique.com. Zane is always holding it down, always giving me the platform, so can't thank them enough. So we're gonna put out some good content for them tonight. Yo, so we saw a fellow photographer out here, Rico Nasty. Plug your handle, plug your handle. ANNIGDATSME. Real quick for the ones that can't read, what is that spell? That's me. Alright, so we were just talking about getting into like shows and stuff and how difficult it is. Kind of explain your story.
It's hard as fuck to get into shows. Like honestly, I don't think I've ever gotten into a show before I quit. Like every show that I've gotten into, I didn't get in through like networking or honestly like sneaking. Like, it's been really hard to actually get past the things. You get ignored a lot, so you kind of just have to have thick skin and just keep pushing on and like find a way.
Hey, but how'd you get in here?
So, I have shot with Rico Nasty a little bit at her Rippin' Dip event in Los Angeles, and I met her. She was super cool, so I kept in touch with her makeup artist, actually put some of my photos from that day, and he got me in tonight.
I'm a gorilla in a fucking scoop and pull up in the suits. Nigga, who the fuck is you? No, nigga, let's go. Let's go. Now. Taking my dick in my pants. Like, bro. Before Malibu bitch comes out here, she gotta feel your action. Yeah.
Shows out here, so make some noise for yourself. How y'all feeling? You too loud. Fly like a GTM dope boy, and I'm hitting all the licks with my nigga PC. It's 4 in the morning, I'm moving the head and going up shit. What up? Hey, about to get us some money. Give us some money. That bitch better give us some money.
Let's go.
Pop it, push it, pop it,
On the,
hit it,
let go.
rock it,
On the,
sock it,
let go.
love,
Broke niggas, that's on.
love, back it,
Smoking that gas, going that's heavy, she on a powder. Nowadays, I am on my head outside of money got long, the speed got long.
Freak out! Freak out!
Bitch, I'm nasty. 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 Yeah, bitch, I'm nasty. Bitch, I'm nasty. Shit, but you living in the kid room. Bitches wanna hate, so pop with it. Make a big move. Get the fucking mad dude.
Hey, fucking mad dudes, come!
Making money like a dad do. But it's like a random nigga like a vacuum. I don't know why she went to the bathroom, but I know what this motherfucking got to do. Sweet like a pop-tart. Don't take it too far. I ain't you this smart. I don't need your chart. I don't need your part. I just need this smoke. But I don't think it's sticking. They only wanna be with me because it's sticking. I ain't got it in my ear, so it's hard for me to listen. Shit, I want the chart. You ain't bad, 'cause I bet you wanted me to kiss you. I'm a dog, but I just broke about the game. Try to pay for gas. Bitches just ain't let go. I don't ever stress out. What the shit is tap out. Damn out. Time to bring the dog out. Smoking out the fog out. I got green like a tree house. LD gas bags in the only good with your man. Now I come along, but I wish you would. If you walking with a pen, be your ass in a bitch to the
Let's do it. Open that shit up. Come on, open that shit up.
I thought that was me.
Come on, open that shit up. Somebody hold the mic. Yeah.
Hey,
Malik,
what's up,
hit that shit. Hit
guys?
that shit, Malik.
Wait till the beat drop. Wait till the beat drop.
Welcome in the You a lame, I can tell you what you say. I need that big body when you say I want to eat little bitch, but I ain't got a full tank. They gon' make it a little bitch.
Alright, so the concert just ended. I'm gonna do a little quick recap for you guys. I'm gonna break it down. Alright, so the opener, her name was, I think it's Malibu Mitch. Malibu Mitch with 2 I's in the Mitch. Now, I've never heard of her. Her Instagram's pretty poppin', like about 200,000 followers, if that means anything. But she's just like got this like sassy vibe to her. Like, I don't know if you ever seen Powerpuff Girls. Bubbles, that's who she reminded me of, just a rapper. And she ended up like inviting a whole squad of girls on stage, and they all started twerking. And she just had like a really, really sassy, bubbly vibe. Like, I felt like there was like a lot of unicorns and cupcakes combined with like twerking and smoking blunts and shit. So that's kind of the vibe I got from her. And then Rico Nasty, so this is her Nasty tour. She's really doing a lot of big things, you know, she's on the rise rapidly. She is pretty much the guy version of like a Lil Skies, but more like in your face type shit, you know what I'm saying? She knows how to bounce around and stuff like that. Like Carti B and Nicki Minaj, they cool, but they don't bounce around like her. She's really got that swagger. She had the entire venue bouncing. It really reminded me of how Lil Skies rocks the crowd. So definitely definitely both artists, they did a really good job. As far as the venue, I was a little skeptical about the Echoplex. For those of y'all that know, it's really small. There's actually no photo pit, but it's okay because we worked with it. I think it was good for the vibes all around. The fact that the venue is so small made it super intimate with the crowd and just with her fans. Like she was vibing so hard off the fans, and I was feeling the energy from that. So despite not having such a big venue, I think that might have been an advantage for her. From the journalistic side of things, I really wish that I had a 70-200 lens. And also we did run into a photographer that I met at Smokers Club, Annie. She was the one that got interviewed at the beginning, and she was just talking about how difficult it is to get into the venue. And it's crazy because that was pretty much the intro of this video. But overall, I'm like really amazed with Rico Nasty. She's a real talent. She knows how to rock the crowd. She can get it. She even had a female mosh pit all night. I've never seen all female mosh pits. Now that was crazy, so that was really interesting. And then at the end, you know, she's just reaching out to her crowd, giving hugs and shit. So that's really good. I like the intimacy. Overall, this was a really good concert to go to. I would definitely see her again. I missed her a hard summer. Shout out to Atlantic Records though for getting me into this show tonight. I actually asked to go to the Observatory last night for her, but she misread it, so I drove all the way here. But it was really worth it, and it really tested my journalism skills, really tested my photography skills, because there's no pit to work with, you know? So I really had to just make it work, and I did. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. But that's gonna be a wrap for now. Next project that we have in store, I'm not really too sure, just stay posted. And thanks for watching. Run that back, Upcast Media.
What's up, Upcast Media? I'm here at the Rico Nasty concert. It's ADG, that's me. Follow me on the Instagram.
Hey.